First and foremost, before we get started, I like to give all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rekah Quadash, and double honors to those great millstones, while unto truth, and also to those elect that is scattered abroad. I like to say, Shalom, and come back here today with another great, powerful lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. And the type of day lesson is Black Monday, Global Recession. So I like to say Shalom to all our listeners. Hope this help you today and guide you back in the path of righteousness and back to your true power, which in fact is Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Before we start today's lesson, I have a few news articles, but we'll start here first with AP, Associated Press. And it reads, it said Dow drops 1,000 points and Japanese stocks suffer worst crash since 1987 as markets quake worldwide. Let's get a little bit more. It says here, it said New York AP, Associated Press, it said a scary Monday that started with a plunge abroad, reminiscent of 1987 crash swept around the world and plummeted Wall Street with more steep losses as fear worsened about a slowing U.S. economy. So could this be the great crashing in the hill? Could this be the global reset? You know, we know that the end of the dollar is the end of America. We know that the dollar is getting ready to be obsolete. We're seeing it right before our eyes. The economy is constantly on the decline. Let's get a little bit more. It says here, it said the S&P 500 dropped 3% for its worst day in nearly 2 years. Said the Dow Jones Industrial Average reeled by 1,033 points or 2.6%, while the NASDAQ composite slid 3.4% as Alpha, Nevada, and other big tech companies that used to be the star of the stock market continued to wilt. So we're seeing right here that these stock markets all across the world is on the decline. You know what I'm saying? And one thing about it, not putting these things in the news. That's why the Lord has set up watchmen to warn you of these impending dangers. So right now, we're seeing right now that they're calling this Black Monday or a global recession. And when you go in that word recession, it goes into a sharp decline in the economy. So we're seeing it right now. Also, we have a lot of jobs being replaced by AI. A lot of things are happening. They're putting this new system into place, taking out the old and putting in the new. So we're seeing it constantly, gradually, to bringing in this new digital cashless society that will be working with your digital IDs, your biometrics. A lot of these things are already in place. And one thing about it, all they have to do is make an announcement. So we're seeing right here over in Japan that their stock markets right now is in trouble. You know, so that's what they've been talking about all day. So let's go to this next one. I have another one here about Amazon. Let's go here to this one here. It says here, it said Amazon advances automation with over 750,000 robots replacing. Let's open it up. Salakia. Let's get this one right here. It's a lot of things are going on. It says here's the business standard. Hold on one moment. There's always something popping up. It says here the business standard. It says here Amazon advances automation with over 750,000 robots replacing 1,000 jobs. Wow. So we're seeing right now the unemployment rate is getting ready to be very high. Is this manufactured or is this by design? We're not ignorant of Satan devices. So we know right now they're causing these things to happen. AI, you know, is going to be dealing with robotics, artificial intelligence, you know, transhumanism. A lot of things are coming. Pseudoscience is coming right before our eyes. This is a part of the plan, the fourth industrial revolution. It says here, it said Amazon.com Incorporated, the world's second largest private employer, has significantly increased its use of robotics, said deploying more than 750,000 robots alongside its human workforce reports, Yahoo Finance. So that's all we're gonna get on that. So we're seeing right now we're replacing employees with robotics, you know what I'm saying, automation, you know, so they can get more done. You know, they know that a robot never slow down. They can work a robot 24/7, don't have to take breaks, don't have to take a vacation. Also, a robot don't get sick. So we seeing right now how these things are lined up. It's all by design. They want what? Total control. So we seeing that we are here. Let's read this once again. It's Amazon advances automation with over 750,000 robotics replacing 100,000 jobs. So that's it's their main goal. You know, you will own nothing and be happy. This is a global reset happening right before a great crashing in the hill. You know, this is all by design, but all by design of who? Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shah. So let's look up this where I screenshotted a few screenshots here. Let's get the first one here. You know, what does a recession mean? It says here, it's a recession is a significant and sustained decline, say, in the economic activity that lasts for months or years. But one thing about this one here going to last forever, because one thing about it, we know that America will not be here. This place is never going to be on a increase anymore. This place is on a decline. This place is getting ready to go out. The writing is on the wall. The Lord is getting ready to destroy this place. So let's get a little bit more here. It said it's a contraction in the business cycle that typically visible in indicators like production and unemployment, real income, and wholesale retail sales. So we see it right there. Those are indicators. Also, you know, the real estate. You know, all these things are all on the decline. Unemployment is on the decline. Also, the wholesale retail sales are on the decline. So we seeing right now this place is drying up left and right. The sown places are becoming unsown. And one thing about it, we know that the Lord is constantly breaking the staff of the bread. So when you go into that word break the staff of the bread is going into your support, you know what I'm saying, your necessity, your way of life, you know, and these things are getting ready to change. Your power, your water, your food, you know what I'm saying, your resources, your unemployment. And also it's going to affect you physically, you know what I'm saying? So all these things are coming upon us, you know, all hell is getting ready to break loose. So let's get to the next one about Black Monday. It says here, the term Black Monday, it means here, it said Black Monday is a term used in economics and finance to refer to a number of events that have caused serious economic problems. The most well-known Black Monday is the worldwide stock market crash that occurred on Monday, October 19th, 1987. So a lot of people don't even know about that, you know. So they had this stock market crash happen in 87. I was still in high school, but one thing about it, we knowing that these things already happened before. Also, they had a recession in 08. We already knowing about the one in I think it's about around 1932, 29 through 32, the Great Depression. So it's going to be far greater than any of them. It won't be any coming back. You know, America has fallen. It will ever, never get back up. Pretty much the whole world as we know it is not going to come back from this. So once America economy goes down, the whole world is going to be like a domino effect. Let's get a little bit more. It says here, Black Monday, you know, just for edification purpose. It said Black Monday was a global, severe and largely unexpected stock market crash on Monday, October the 19th, 1987. Worldwide losses were estimated at 7 trillion US dollars. Said the severity of the crash sparked fears of extended economic instability or even a reprise of the Great Depression. So that great crashing in the hill. So one thing about it, you know, there's no new thing under the sun. But this time it's by design of who? Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shah. The Lord's getting ready to break the staff of the bread. You know, the Lord is getting ready to bring forth judgment that you have never seen before. So we seeing that these places are all on the decline. The unemployment, the retail jobs, pretty much these jobs as a whole, they're constantly closing down these different companies all around the world simultaneously. You know, they're constantly drying, and also they're replacing your jobs with what? With robotics, you know, with AI, you know what I'm saying? Artificial intelligence, you know what I'm saying? So it's taking over, AI takeover. And also we know once the money go, the fiat currency go, the petrodollar, which in fact we know is pretty much worthless, you know, you're going to have to take it under the skin. So now let's go to our next news article. Let's go to this one here. Sorry about all the moving around, but it's for edification purpose. It's a whole lot going on. And it says here, it says UK riots, it says spurred by misinformation led to worst civil unrest in decades. So, you know, we already heard about this, what's going on in England right now about these open borders. You know, they are constantly bucking up against the government over there because they don't want all these migrants coming in like over here in America. So this is a precursor of what's getting ready to come to America. You know, we already know what in China and all these different other countries, all of this is coming to America, but 10.0, it's going to be a time of trouble that we have never seen before. So this is what's going on right now in the UK as we speak: rioting, protesting, looting. You know what I'm saying? Also, you know what I'm saying? Also, they haven't reported any death, but I'm quite sure it probably has been some death. Let's read a little bit of it. It said the United Kingdom is facing its worst civil unrest in more than a decade as far-right anti-immigrant riots spread across several cities. Said the clashes led to hundreds of people being arrested and multiple police officers injured. On Sunday, August 4th, crowds reportedly set fire to hotels housing asylum seekers, smashed vehicles, and threw objects at police officers. So meanwhile, anti-fascist protesters staged counter demonstrations. So we see it right now. You know, they shall not regard the kings or the princes. And, you know, it's in the course of their actions. So we see it right now. Just standing their power. We seeing this is happening left and right. This is what's going on in the UK right now. So things are getting popping left and right over there. So these rioters are picking up uproars of the people, civil unrest. A lot of things are happening. A lot of nations are rising against nations. Also, what war is on the horizon. So let's go here. And also, you know what's going over there in Beg. I can't say the name right now. Let's see. I got another one here. Let's go here right here. Israel and Iran. You know, these things are picking up. You got one here that said U.S. tell G7 world leaders Iran could attack Israel in the next 24 hours. You know, so they, you know, we've been constantly hearing that. So it's rumors of wars are all over the place. So it's already saying that all this is in retaliation of what Israel and America have done. You know, they took out the leaders of Hezbollah and also of the Hamas. So it's a lot of escalation behind those deaths of those leaders. So we're seeing right now the Lord is setting the stage. You know, so everything is ready. All things is ready to go. It's also said here, it said U.S. deploy more warships, it said fighter jets to the Middle East as tensions soar. So we already know that, you know, after these assassination, they're sending warships and also fighter jets to the Middle East, so-called Middle East region. Also, they say they reports that they are going to be off the coast of Lebanon. So that's, you know what I'm saying, this thing is lining up, man. We knowing that we're here. We got to be watching. We got to be praying. It says here, it's a Middle East update. So U.S. send more warship amid fears of Iran attack. So, man, we just reading down. Let me open up one of them. Let's go to this one here. Just to get a little bit more, then we're going to get a precept, then we'll start some videos. Just bringing it out with edification. The Lord said, warn them for me. You see something, say something. So that's what we're supposed to be doing. Constantly reporting left and right, you know what I'm saying, through the spirit of power. Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahushua. The Lord said, keep not silent. Warn them for me, whether they will hear, whether they will forbear. It said U.S. to deploy more warship fighter jets to, said, Mid-East as tension soars. So we see it right now, things are constantly escalating left and right. Said the United States will bolster its military presence in the Middle East deploying additional warship and fighter jets to protect U.S. personnel and defend Israel amid soaring tension in the region, said the Pentagon said Friday, said the announcement came after Iran and its regional allies vowed retaliation for the killing of the Hamas leaders and Tehran and Hezbollah commander in Beirut, fueling fears of a border Middle East conflict. So we see it right now that this thing's it's getting ready to get very broad. It's getting ready to get very worldwide. So this is gonna be the wars to end all war. World War III. The second war has passed, but the third war shall come quickly. World War III is at the door. It has begun. Also, we already know that the least of the flock shall draw them out. Who is that? Israel. So we seeing that right now, that America also is constantly poking the bear. Russia. So Russia already is constantly bringing in military equipment into Iran as we speak. And also it was rumors that China saying that if America attack Iran, they are going to get involved. So we seeing that right now, this thing is getting ready to get full circle, man. Hey, we almost out of here. So now, let's go ahead and get a couple of precepts, then we'll start today's video, and I hope that you will get edified. Let's start here. It says here, it's a prudent man foresees the evil and hides himself, but the simple pass on and are punished. So one thing about it, the prudent man, the wise man, the true believers of Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushua, we foresees the evil. We seeing the dark forecast. We seeing that these perilous times are constantly growing all around. The evils are growing left and right. We constantly warning before destruction. We seeing a great economic collapse. We seeing that war is brewing. You know what I'm saying? World War III is at the door, the beginning of sorrow. We seeing these birth pains constantly intensifying left and right. Things are getting ready to boil over. We seeing it right before our eyes. The stage is set. All things are ready. So we seeing these things before our eyes. But it said the simple pass on and are punished. Those are the two-thirds. Still in the house of mirth. Still thinking that they're a good case. Not considering the signs of the time. And they are right before your eyes. We constantly seeing these things. We're warning you. We're blowing the trumpet. Keep not silent. Warn them for me. That's what we're doing each and every day. So let's read it in NLT. It says here, a prudent person foresees the danger and take precaution. That means, we taking what? Precaution, what? We going to be in this what? This safe haven, this stronghold, this wisdom, this knowledge, this understanding. It said, the simpleton goes blindly on and suffer the consequence. Those are the two-thirds. And one thing about it, they're walking, in great pride. And one thing, they have a strong delusion. They are reprobate, good for nothing. And the Lord is getting ready to destroy this place. And one thing about it, we constantly warn you, the Lord is getting ready to come like a thief in the night. So these things are coming upon a fast approach. We seeing it left and right. And one thing about it, we are very excited. So this, we see it right now. We know that they got to implement this RFD microchip, which in fact is the mark of the beast. So these things are right around the corner. And one thing about it, we already know their main objective is what? They want total control. So now let's go, just get this one here. I think it's in Psalms chapter 5, I'm not mistaken, but I can't find it. We'll get another one. Is it Psalm chapter 5 or is it 4? One moment. If I can't find it, it's something I'm looking for. It might be Psalm chapter 10. One moment. If I'm not mistaken, something I'm looking for, just rolling in the spirit. See here. This is it right here. Psalm chapter 10 and verse 2 said, the wicked in his pride doeth persecute the poor. Said, let them be taken into devices that they have imagined. Let's read it in the NLT. He said, the wicked arrogantly hunt down the poor, to let them be caught in the evil they plan for others. So you already know that the device is talking about their mindset, the plan that they have they're constantly trying to bring forth, they trying to get that advantage. What is that advantage? Total control, the NWO, one world currency, one world religion, one world government. There's their main goal. And also to give you that badge of servitude, to track and tag everyone on the planet. That's what we constantly want. That's why they're constantly bringing forth this this collapse. They bringing forth this great economic collapse. They bringing forth a food shortage, all sorts of things that they're bringing forth. Also, power grid. They constantly warning you because they're getting ready to bring it forth. And one thing about it is that we're not ignorant of Satan's device. That's why it says, once again, it says here, Psalm chapter 10 and verse 2 said the wicked in his pride, which in fact he's in great pride right now, in the fullness of his sufficiency, said, do is persecute the poor. Who is the poor? Israel, the people of color, the Negroes, the Latinos, the Native Indians. Said, let them be taken in the devices, whatever their mindset, what they have imagined, their agenda, their plan, what they're putting in place, their decrees, these unrighteous decrees, totalitarian law, dictatorship, and let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined. So the Lord is getting ready to come back and cut them off. They will not be able to perform their enterprise. So let's start today's video. And after the video, we will start the lesson, and I hope that you will get edified.
Is anybody aware that the fucking stock market is crashing? As of this morning, the stock market is literally plummeting because people are pulling out of fear of a fucking recession. And apparently all of this is coming as Israel and Iran are literally on the verge of war. And the US is right in the fucking middle of it, sending everything they've got basically over to Israel. Yeah, this was this morning. Stock markets crashed worldwide over fears of a US recession. So apparently Japan, London, Europe, Asia, they all started plummeting in the stock market. They're saying it was the worst day in 2 months as they're hitting US recession fears, and it's affecting the market globally. You combine that with the fact that the Middle East is about to explode in war. I mean, the tension is unbelievable. It's because they're saying their political leader was, by an Israeli airstrike. I mean, they are literally outside of Netanyahu's front door trying to drag his ass out. Don't even get me started on the fucking weather. And no, I'm not in Florida. I'm in fucking Indiana. Do you guys remember Max Azzarello? I hear the stock market crash.
Amazon has now deployed 750,000 robots to replace over 100,000 human workers.
Today, Amazon launches Sequoia, its brand new robotic system in Houston. The company says it's capable of stocking merchandise 75% more quickly and delivering your orders 25% faster. They're able to bring these totes from the warehouse to a workstation like this. And just how do those towers move around? Meet Hercules. Today is graduation day. The finished robots form a line and drive themselves onto their own shipping pallets, where they'll head off to work at fulfillment centers around the world.
Amazon has now deployed 750,000 robots to replace over 100,000 human workers. The government estimates that 85 million jobs will be lost due to artificial intelligence by 2025. This decision from Amazon has garnered controversy online. Commenters claim that robots are taken over and that Joe Biden is to blame. But what do you think about robots replacing human jobs? Comment your opinion down below.
In case you're unaware right now, the markets around the world are tanking. You are going to wake up on Monday, and this is what people are going to be talking about, and it will have a dramatic effect on the U.S. markets as well. President Trump has also reacted to this, saying, stock markets crashing. I told you so. Kamala doesn't have a clue. Biden is sound asleep. All caused by inept U.S. leadership. Ladies and gentlemen, we are heading towards a world of trouble. Now, Sean_Farash says it best. The markets are tanking around the world. Joe Biden is still sleeping, and Kamala Harris is still hiding. And if you think that you're just going to jump into a cryptocurrency, that's not the case. This was today. It was down $7,000, almost $8,000 at one point today. And this is rather interesting because this comes right after Donald Trump said that the U.S. under his administration will be the largest reserve of Bitcoin globally. And then what do we saw? We saw a mass sell-off of Bitcoin. And these are some of the reactions on X. You can see the top one. You like
actually seen fleets of our troops are now going to the Middle East. Listen to this. This just coming out today as well. Russia is sending massive weapon shipments over to Tehran to support Iran as the United States is boosting their armies in the Middle East. And all of this coming, as I let you know, that this is all surrounding the assassination of that Hamas leader in Tehran. And we actually heard Iran say that they were holding the United States directly responsible for this, saying you allowed this to happen. You had to have known either that or you have lost control. But regardless, we will be striking Israel. As a result, we also saw, I shared with you that there has been a piece of legislation, a resolution in the Senate. Joint Resolution 106 has come out from Lindsey Graham stating that the United States should not be held accountable by Iran, but we should be holding Iran accountable for the attacks against our ally Israel that is taking place from Hezbollah, from Hamas, from the Houthi rebels, which are all funded and backed by Iran, and saying it is time for us to go to the source and for the United States essentially to be able to declare all-out war against Iran and hold them accountable for the threats that they pose, for them providing the funding, arming these rebel groups, and also the threat of nuclear war, as we're hearing that they could even be providing EMPs now to Hezbollah. They could use this to wipe out all electronic devices against whoever they so choose, which in this case we're hearing would be Israel and the United States. Now, this coming out, and like I said, they're saying get out of the area of the Middle East right now. If you know anybody that is over there, tell them they need to evacuate. They're saying doesn't matter where you go, you need to leave immediately, because they're saying that this could be unfolding. Book whatever flight you can and get out of the area. We're also hearing that in Israel right now, they are buying out the grocery stores. They're preparing. They're saying that they don't know if the Iron Dome is going to be able to handle what is coming right now. With waves, they're saying, of multi-layered, multi-day attacks coming from Iran. Now, I'm going to share with you the latest articles. And as always, as you guys know here on the channel, I cite all the sources. They're going to be linked in the description so you can read directly from the articles that I'm referencing, so you can see it's the latest. A lot of these coming out today with these updates, new details emerging of war that is about to start. Some saying that this is going to escalate into a much larger conflict. And do me a favor, I see we've got 2,000 people.
This could be the catalyst to kind of
get your house in order. And this is your End Times News update. Civil unrest is spreading across multiple cities in England, where there's mass gangs armed with axes and hammers hunting down people in Britain that are protesting against open borders. We also have Iran deploying Russia's most powerful jamming communication system, their Murmansk BN. While we're speaking about Russia, they have called on its citizens to immediately leave Lebanon. So that means we have the US, Canada, UK, and now Russia telling all citizens who live in Lebanon to leave. That's not good. We also have Russia blocking the supply of nuclear fuel to India. And as of this recording, sirens are sounding in northern Israel. Hezbollah is active again, and it appears to be a massive rocket barrage. We also have the United Kingdom implementing a secret arms sale embargo on Israel. And at the same time, the IDF continues to attack Hezbollah terrorist targets in southern Lebanon. We also have the Beast technology rising. The NFL announced this week that all 32 teams will be implementing facial recognition software to verify the identity of everyone in the stadium. Oh, how lovely. And while we're speaking about technology, Figure 02 humanoid robot to be released on 8/6. Man, it seems like we live in a movie right now. Oh yeah, but back to Russia. They will soon block Google, iOS, and Android. And apparently, Russians attacked submarine, the B-237 Rostov-na was sunken by a Ukrainian attack. Not everybody can pronounce these names like I do, alright? And if that was not bad enough, 288 million leveraged crypto positions were liquidated in 24 hours. Man, the pain is coming to everybody. Remember, guys, we do not allow this to come.
So we seeing right now a lot is going on. Stock market's crashing worldwide. We seeing that, unemployment rate is going up, layoffs. We seeing that AI, these robots are taking over these jobs, massive layoffs. We're seeing a lot of things out, civil unrest in the UK, great economic collapse. We're seeing it, man, before our eyes, man. What? War is on the rise, it's imminent. World War III has begun. So these things are constantly picking up left and right. The war drums are beating. Also, on that last video about the NLF, the National Football League. I put it like that. The NFL, is saying that they're getting ready to set up face recognition cameras in all their stadiums, so they can pretty much survey, put everyone on surveillance. So they're putting this new system in place right before our eyes. So I started today's lesson. It won't be a quick lesson through the spirit and the power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. So we seeing that the Big Brother system, they are putting it in place. So we seeing right now that any given day things can go digital, programmable, also implantable under your skin. Will not be able to do any damn thing if you don't come in agreement with this new system. One thing about it, we're going to trust and believe in Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. So we'll start today's lesson in Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verse 1. It said, remember now thy creator in the days of thy youth. So while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, or near, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. So we're coming upon that time. A day is coming when no man worketh. And one thing about it, in the day of your youth, it's time to seek the Lord right now while it's still daylight, while it's still a chance, while the door of repentance are still open right now. But we know that they're closing. The Lord is getting ready to bring forth the kingdom of heaven that dwells in righteousness. So very soon you will have no pleasure in them very soon, because it's going to be a time of trouble that we have never seen before. You know what I'm saying? The hour of temptation, also Jacob's trouble is fast approaching. Let's read it in NLT. Said, don't let the excitement of youth cause you to forget your creator, Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, to honor him in your youth before you grow old and say life is not pleasant anymore. So a lot of people ain't going to be saying it very soon. They're going to be in for a rude awakening. So right now it's time to seek the Lord. You really seek the Lord in your youth, or when right now the opportunity is right in front of your face. If you're part of the hopeful elect, seek the Lord, honor him, Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua, because day is coming that you will have no pleasure in them. Verse 2, it said, while the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after the rain. Verse 3 said, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease, because they are few, and though that look out the windows be darkened. So one thing about it, we already know the keepers of the house shall tremble. It's talking about these global elites. Also talking about these stock market brokers, these advisors, these financial advisors. They seeing a dark forecast. We're seeing it right now. That these stock markets are constantly crashing across the globe. You know what I'm saying? One thing about it, they can call some type of lockdown, some type of announcement, martial law, because one thing about it, we know there's going to be bank runs, there's going to be sedition among men, when people can't not get any money, something to buy them something to eat or pay a bill. You won't be able to do anything. And one thing about it, so we coming upon this time, so the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease, because they are few, and those that look out the windows be darkened. So right now the grinders going into unemployment, these jobs. So right now we're seeing that they are taking these jobs by automation, robotics, AI, transhumanism. A lot of these things are coming into play. It's all by design. One thing about it, we already know that they're getting ready to bring forth the fourth industrial revolution, this technology, this 5G blockchain, 6G blockchain system they are putting into place. Everything is going to be robotics. It's going to be dealing with a lot of, these humanoid robots, also police robots, killer robots. A lot of these things are coming into play. So war is brewing, civil wars, insurrection. A lot of things are happening. So we seeing right now the grinding is ceasing. These job unemployment. A lot of people will be unemployed. Won't have any work. Won't have any kind of way to take care of their family and their loved one. We already know desperate times are coming upon it. Desperate time is going to be desperate measures. A lot of people going to have a vexation of spirit. A lot of people are going to give up the ghost, and a lot of people are going to be bug out of their mind. And one thing about it, they shall not regard the government. They shall not regard law enforcement. They shall not regard each other. So the sword and the destruction drawing nearer and nearer. So it coming, total destruction is upon us. Let's read this here. It says, verse 4 says, and the doors shall be shut in the street when the sound of the grinding is low, and he shall rise up at the voice of the birds, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. So we seeing this, what's going on right now. We seeing that the vibration is changing. We seeing that all the good old days, are gone. We seeing right now is, the evil, perilous time, these dangerous times are upon us, and we seeing things are constantly picking up. We seeing everything is on the decline. We seeing that the economy is getting ready to collapse. We seeing our infrastructure is getting ready to collapse. No internet, no power grid, no water, no food. What are you going to do? Seek your true power while he can be found. Because if the Lord is not dealing with you, you're going to die. It said verse 5. Let's see. That's what I want right here. This is all. Let's read in the NLT. It says here, Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verse 4. It said, remember him before the doors to life opportunities is closed, and the sound of work fades. Said, now you rise at the first chirping of the birds, but then all their sounds will grow faint. So a lot of people right now, they wake up in the morning, and look out the window, you saying there ain't nothing to do. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people gonna have a lot of vexation, uncertainty. People gonna be very afraid in that time. If you don't have faith and works, you're going to be totally destroyed. So now let's go here to Second Ezra. Let's go here to Second Ezra chapter 6 and verse 22. Second Ezra chapter 6 and verse 22. And it reads, and suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown. The full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. So that's what's getting ready to happen right now. These places right now, you can go in the store right now, pretty much still get your favorite food, your favorite merchandise right now, but it's getting ready to dry all up, So the sown places get ready to become unsown. Also these ports, these distribution centers, these Walmart, all these places are getting ready to dry out. It's getting ready to be a third world country. This place is getting ready to be a war zone. Let's read it once again. It says, Second Ezra chapter 6 and verse 22, and suddenly shall the sown place appear unsown. The full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. So all of a sudden, a lot of people right now thinking that they're a good case, thinking because they're eating good, thinking that they have a bank account, a doomsday prepper, I have resources, I'm going to be okay. If the Lord is not dealing with you, you're not going to be okay. You're going to die in the worst way, because the Lord said, first my judgment will start at the house of Israel. The Lord's getting ready to make it plain. So now let's go here to Zephaniah. Let's go here to Zephaniah and we get one more. We'll close out. Zephaniah chapter 1, we'll start up at verse 10. And it reads, and it shall come to pass in that day, says the Lord, that there shall be the noise of a cry from the fish gate, and a howling from the second, and a great crashing from the hill. So one thing about it, it's talking about, this Great Depression of 32, 29 through 32. And also we had another one in 1987, the Black Monday, and also another one in 08. But it's going to be far worse than any of those, So one thing about a time of trouble that we've never seen before, a great economic collapse. So we're seeing that these stock markets, they constantly reporting that they are crashing around the world. And guess what? It is coming to America very soon. We constantly warning you left and right that great crashing in the hill. Verse 11 says, how ye inhabitants of Mactash, for all the merchant people are cut down. All they that bear silver are cut off. So this is talking about Mactash is talking about an ancient Wall Street, or ancient stock market, that they had in the past, and it was cut off. So it's no new thing under the sun. So everything has a beginning and an end. So right now we are at the end. So we cannot wait. Verse 12 it said, and it shall come to pass at that time that I will search Jerusalem with candles and punish the men that are settled in their leaves, that say in their heart, the Lord will not do good, neither will he do evil. So one thing about it, we have a lot of people right now, the Lord is searching Jerusalem with candles, with this wisdom, this knowledge, understanding. You know what I'm saying? One thing about it, we see it right now, a lot of people still are unbelieving, still undecided what time that we're living in. But one thing about it, the Lord is getting ready to make it plain. The Lord is getting ready to bring it forth. These judgments are constantly happening left and right. These prophecies are speaking loud and clear. So a lot of people right now saying, oh, this is not going to happen. It's not going to happen in my lifetime. Well, we're getting ready to see all together. Verse 13 said, therefore their goods shall become a booty, and their houses a desolation, and they shall also build houses, but not inhabit them, and they shall plant vineyards, but not drink the wine thereof. So one thing about it's going to be a lot of robbing, stealing, and killing, and raping. You know what I'm saying? When you go to that word booty, a woman back then was called booty. You know what I'm saying? One thing about it, a lot of these women is going to be raped to pieces because, they did not want to seek their true power. They didn't want to get in order, but they get ready to get in order. They get ready to get their mind right in Jacob's trouble. A lot of people are getting ready to have a rude awakening, and a lot of things are getting ready to happen. So Lord is breaking the staff for the bread, your necessity, your way of life, your support. America right now is very spoiled. They're having, eating 24 hours a day, a lot of overweight people. Guess what? You're getting ready to lose weight in ways that you have never known before. Starvation is coming in a big way. Food shortage, you know what I'm saying? And the body count is getting ready to be great. Robbing, stealing, killing, fighting, kill or be killed. So we know that the blood is getting ready to run like a river in the street. We're seeing that's getting ready to happen, man. Verse 14. It says, the great day of the Lord is near. It is near and hasten greatly. Even the voice of the day of the Lord. The mighty man shall cry their bitterly. So a lot of people going to be crying, weeping like a woman travailing with child. When they say peace and safety, then total destruction will come upon you. The Lord said, I will come like a thief in the night. You got to be watching. You got to be praying. Be circumspect. Redeem the time wives. Because the Lord is getting ready to show up and show out. Verse 15. It said that day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble, and distress, a day of wasteness and desolation, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness. So the Lord's going to return in the midst of World War III. When you go to Joel chapter 3, 2nd Ezra chapter 13, you know what I'm saying? The Lord is getting ready to show up. We constantly warn you left and right in the midst of World War III. And the Lord is going to cease the arrogance of the proud. You know what I'm saying? And one thing about it is that we know that we're very close. Things can go nuclear at any given time. Our salvation is at the door. Verse 16, a day of the trumpets and alarm against the fenced city and against the high towers. Verse 17, and I will bring distress upon men, and they shall walk like blind men, because they have sinned against the Lord, and their blood shall be poured out as dust, and their flesh as done. So the body count is going to be great. A lot of people are going to be walking like blind men. They're going to be bugged out of their mind. What is going on? What is happening? Jesus! It's going to be too late. One thing about it, you do not know the true names of the Heavenly Father. Talk about rebuke. I rebuke you in the name of Jeebus Cross. And one thing about it, Jeebus Cross will not help you in that time of trouble. You do not know the true names of the Heavenly Father. If the Lord is not dealing with you, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh, you are going to die. Verse 18, Zebediah chapter 1 and verse 18 said, neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of the Lord's wrath, but the whole land shall be devoured by the fire of his jealousy, for he shall make even a speedy riddance of all them that dwell in the land. So one thing about it, your silver and your gold, go back to this fiat, this petrol dollar, it's going to be worthless, regardless if you got gold or silver. One thing about it, if the Lord is not on your side, once again, you're going to die. The Lord is only coming back for that 1/3 remnant, which in fact is the house of David, the true believers of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh. So one thing about it, your silver, your gold, your finance, your reputation, none of that's going to be a hill of being. If you're not a part of the elect, you're getting ready to die. It's plain and simple. You're not seeking the Lord, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh, then you're seeking death. So it's fast approach. The great day of the Lord is fast approach. It is here. It is at the door. So now let's go to our last and final script. Let's go here to 1 Peter First Peter chapter 4, and verse 7. First Peter chapter 4 and verse 7. And it reads that, but the end of all things is at hand. Be ye therefore sober and watch unto prayer. So when we think about it, we know that we're at the end of an eon, an end of a age. Esau is the end of this temporal world, what we see right now. And, Jacob is the beginning of it that follow. The kingdom of heaven that dwells in righteousness. So we're in a transition of power. We're seeing it happening left and right. We're seeing that the vibration is changing. We're seeing right now that all hell could break loose at any given time. That's why you got to always be watching. You got to be sober goes into a stable mind. You know what I'm saying? You have that right mindset. Wisdom and knowledge should be the stable of the time. Pray without ceasing. Ask the Lord to have mercy upon you. Ask the Lord to direct your step. And also we know that the Lord will sustain us. The Lord will provide for us. And also the Lord is getting ready to come to deliver us with great glory and great power. And we cannot wait. The great and glorious return of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai. It is fast to approach. That's why we're seeing all these things are going on all around the world simultaneously. The Lord is making it happen. The Lord is making it good, and we cannot wait. So the title of the day lesson, once again, is Black Monday, Global Recession. So I'd like to give all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai Ba'ashim Rekah Kwadash. I like to say, Shalom. Shalom.